Hello, everybody. I'm Leela, and it's too cold to walk outside with the dogs these days, and do a video. So I am coming to you from my living room. And yes, we still have our Christmas tree up, but that will be changing this weekend. Um, so I am coming to you from unceded Anishinaabe Algonquin territory. They've been stewards of this territory for time immemorial, and I feel so grateful to be here in this beautiful place. Um, so I wanted to talk about the intense energies that we've been experiencing. I mean, this week, it's just been, well, yeah, it's been intense. I'm sure everyone's felt that. To me, it feels like a coil is just turning and turning and turning and getting so tight, and eventually it's going to unravel, come apart. So we're in intense times. And of course, the fires in Los Angeles are so devastating and horrible. And I'm sure that you people watching this are like me, sending love and like I've been sending this feeling of wrapping people in a blanket of comfort, also to the animals, and just heartfelt love and comfort going out to people who are involved in that, and also to those who know people who have lost everything. And I feel that there is such an outpouring of love like that, and also assistance on the ground. And I think from what I'm hearing, people are really coming together and helping one another get through this intense time. So we're feeling that intensity in the collective energy as well. But there's so much else going on. I feel that there's so much going on behind the scenes, politically. There's so much going on that we don't know about. And there's some very interesting speculation as to what's going on out there. Um, but I want to talk about the energy and how we deal with this. And I'm looking at notes here because usually I don't have a plan and I just ramble. And so, one of the things I've been doing is tuning into the crystalline grid around the earth, planting my feet, like magnetizing my feet into that grid, and connecting to my path of light, my life path. And I'm finding that really helpful. And then tuning into this feeling of very high vibrational frequency. Like I'm calling it into me, because believe me, I am not there all the time. Uh, I mean, I'm navigating this and the situation that we're in, and feeling, the anxiety, sometimes despair, sometimes anger, frustration at what's been going on. And then I get myself into, there's my cat Blueberry in the background. I navigate myself back into this place, and sometimes I forget to do that, and then I'm not in such a good space. So it's just like an ongoing process. And but when I do connect with the that crystalline grid, and when I do get into that space, I really feel like I'm connecting with so many other people who are doing that as well. And I've been talking about this and writing about it for quite a few years, and that we really are in a state of oneness and unity. And these really intense times and the challenges that we're facing, the good news of that is that it's going to help us more and more to know and experience that sense of connecting with other people, with other souls, with other people out there, when we do this focusing, when we tune into this energy. We're not alone there. Um, so just, explore that, play around with that, and connect. And it's just a really beautiful feeling. Um, and so, um, in this time, we're also having the opportunity to remember who we are on a very deep level. On there's Dave is here shaking um, remembering who we are on a soul level. Our souls have had many lifetimes here, but also um, experiences galactically. And we are here at this time for a purpose. And to me, that purpose is to really hold the line of love, the light of love in our presence, in our beingness. And we're radiating that energy out into the world. And we are so needed at this time. So we can do this anywhere, anytime in our little homes, but know that this is what we are doing, and this is part of our mission. We all have different missions in life, but if you feel like you're not doing anything or you're not doing enough, that's not true. If you are able to navigate into that place of beingness and love for Mother Earth, then and you're able to radiate it out, then that's all you need to do. And you could do it while you're doing the dishes or cleaning your house or doing something creative. And, then there are people called to be out in the world and be volunteering and helping in whatever ways that we can. And it's all valuable. It's all really important. And it's good for us and it's good for the greater beingness of humanity. And when I tune into, I've said this before, when I've tuned into the what appears to be the incoming regime, I keep seeing implosion. And so, whatever is going to happen, there's a lot of volatility and chaos and little explosions. And I was considering this the other day and felt, or I saw a vision of us dancing on a river of light above all of that. So when we start to get anxious and it feels like it's all too much, we can remember that when we get into this place, this feeling of love, that we are creating something and that rises above whatever chaos is going on. And another thing I wanted to talk about was the rise of the divine feminine energy that has been happening for a while, and it's getting stronger and stronger, and it cannot be stopped. This is our evolutionary process. And so the denser energy of the patriarch that is kind of anti creativity, anti feminine energy, and this is within men and women, um, that that density is thrashing about and really trying to gain control. And I feel like there's factions of certain people in the world that are really wanting to not just disrupt and perhaps destroy the United States, but they're wanting to kind of take over the entire world. And so we're seeing the rise of these kind of elements that seem to be running energy of hatred and intolerance. And we need to not let it get us down, because I'm assuming that the people watching this are aligned with the divine feminine energy, and we are holding the line, we are bringing in the love, we're going to help one another as best we can in our communities, and we need to remember that we are part of the rising of this divine feminine energy. And it's all about cooperation, collaboration. It's very circular, it's empathic, helping others, and knowing when to take a step back and nourish ourselves. That's really important, because if we don't have that kind of self-nourishment, we have nothing left to give. So we need to remember to really support ourselves and take care of ourselves. And it's all about love. So, I mean, what can go wrong? And this is like, it's a culmination of, I mean, we have been suppressed and conquered by this patriarchal energy for thousands of years. And we're coming up the spiral now to a new place, a new way of being. And it's a natural progression. And it may involve a lot of things falling apart, structures falling apart. And these are not just physical structures, but non-physical belief structures, things like that. You may be noticing it in your own lives, this great change that's occurring, and it could be very painful, and we have to allow for the grief to, um, for ourselves to express grief when we're feeling that, of course, and allow ourselves to be loved when there may be those around us who want to help us. We need to open up to receiving that. And then for those who are feeling more stabilized, that's our time to really send out this positive healing energy to one another. But we're not alone, and we have so many guides helping us. Um, I found that this chaos is actually helping me to deepen my spiritual practice, whether that be meditation or even just focusing on creative pursuits. That's such a gift to ourselves when we do that. And but we are all connected, and we rise together. So when we're feeling such disturbance in the field, our energy work, some people want to call it prayer work, whatever you call it, however it moves through you, it's very helpful. And even if we're not with people who are suffering physically, we need to know that all of our focus in that direction of healing and sending beautiful energy, whether it's to the earth, again, or animals or other people, it really does, it really does help. And so when we're doing it together, it's even stronger. We rise together is something I scribbled down here. And just want to see if there's any other messages that want to come through. Just take some deep breaths. Know you're not alone. Reach out if you need to. Hold the line, stay on the path. receive the love. And again, it does feel like there's going to be some shocking events. I don't know what they are. I'm just saying, I'm sensing that, like, when I look ahead, it's just bumpy. It's just really bumpy for a while, but it's not forever. And again, we just keep, this is our opportunity to do our work in love, in loving ourselves, and oh, listening to our intuition. That's really important. Everyone's intuitive. You've got to trust your gut feeling. If you're something in you is saying stay home today, stay home today. It's going to be okay, you know? Um, so I can't stress that enough how important it is for us to trust our intuition. And I trolling in my brain to see if there's anything else. Tune into my inner guidance to see. My guides are saying everything's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. We are here to love. We are here to love one another. We are here to love ourselves. We are here to love our lives. Even though some of you listening to this may feel so sick of it all, go outside. Look at the sunset. Look, find some beauty from this earth, and it will renew you. Allow it to renew you. There's more going on than we realize. And we came here to be here in this timeline. And I feel like not just anybody was, I don't know, was able to come in to be here in this timeline. So it's really, it's amazing. Um, there's a huge shift happening. And gosh, I remember in the late 90s, I think it was like people started talking about the shift. The shift is coming, the shift, and until, you know, by somewhere in the early 2000s, I was feeling like enough already. When is the shift going to happen? When are people going to wake up? And I was impatient for it. And now that it's here, it's like, whoa, that did not expect it to be this way. I really had no expectation of, I thought people would just awaken, you know, like have a spiritual awakening like some people have. But it's, we sometimes people need to be shocked awake. And so those of us who have felt like we've had a spiritual awakening, well, we're here to help the next group of people who are going to be waking up. And that reminds me of the little children being born now, and little ones who are here. There are, I think they're coming in with already with this vibration of love within them, and some really deep wisdom, which is also evolutionary. And I mean, um, I've been here a long time, and I had a lot to clear from, I was born into a time where things were pretty dense when it came to spiritual growth, and that's in the 1950s. And, but I think that people coming in now, they don't have that much to clear. They are coming in with that light alive and living within them. And so I find that really hopeful too. And I think that people will be going through a um, a spiritual awakening or renewal um, in a rather quick way. And so those of us who have this understanding already, we're here to help with that integration. And that is people bringing in more of that divine feminine light and awareness, and integrating it into our bodies and into our being, into our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual energy field. So, oh, and there's so many people who are teaching or sharing guided meditations, meditations on clearing, um, clearing from the matrix, clearing from that the matrix being beliefs and patterns that no longer serve this amazing um, higher energy that we're growing into. And so that's all available out there. And it's up to us to find it and to work with whatever we need and to ask for and trust that what we need will come to us. Um, as Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. And so I think I will leave you with that for now. And I wish you well. If you have any questions, you can pop them in the comments. And please, if you want to like and subscribe, that always helps to grow the channel. And I just know that we're here together. We're in this together. And when we really tune in, we feel that togetherness. So we're not alone. I send you much love and thank you so much for watching this.